see. Hello, Teaquilters. Today is Saturday, November 30th, 2024. Can you believe that the year is just going by so fast? So much has happened this year. So a lot of good things, a couple of bad things, but hey, that's what life brings you. You just lifing, right? So welcome everybody to the chat. It is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're here for 2-hour live sewing chat. So if you've got questions about quilting, please go ahead and put them in the description, in the chat, not description box, in the chat, so that you'll get some other people's opinion, but you'll also get my opinion. And remember, in quilt making, there is no wrong answer. It's just how you prefer to proceed. So let me read who's in the chat, and then I'll tell you what I have to do today for sewing. Melody Kiefer is here. Damali J, welcome. She says, good evening, Teaquilters. The rent's paid. There's desserts waiting for me until you get started. Be right back. All right. Maddie Barnum is here. Her rent's paid. Sue GSD is here. I know her rent's paid. She doesn't have to say it. It's 207 days until the fabulous 2025 Teaquilts retreat. Hopefully it won't snow. Be safe out there, y'all. Yeah, you never know what you're going to get in St. Louis. Most times we don't have snow in June, but that's not to say we've never had snow in June. So, yeah, we'll talk about retreat. I got that on my list as well. So we'll come back to that. Darcy Savali, hey, welcome, and thank you for my pinned post. Says, hi, T and all quilters. Give T a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. Hit the bell to get notifications. Also, check out her Facebook page, Teaquilts LLC. Make sure that you answer those 4 questions so that you may join the group. And for new people joining Teaquilts group, don't ever put down, when I ask, the first question is name a quilting term or quilt block. Don't ever say log cabin. Anybody that puts log cabin, I'm automatically blocking you. Just an FYI. I got spammers that are getting into groups. It's not just my group, it's a lot of groups, and they're posting things for sale or saying that somebody, due to medical conditions, they're no longer able to sew. And they're giving away all of their stuff to the first person that messaged them, blah, blah, blah. They're basically just are scammers, and they're trying to get your banking information, telling you just pay for shipping, and telling you how to pay for that. And then the way that they're going to tell you to pay for that via link, they're getting your personal information. So most of them always say log cabin or the first quilt block. The most popular quilt block, they'll start something like that, and I just automatically block them because I know they went and Googled that answer. So please don't put log cabin. Let's see. Dee Branson is here. Dolores Feltz, Deborah Sims Brown, Vivian Calvey, Janice Miller, Bonita Nan says she's cutting and listening. How was your Thanksgiving? My Thanksgiving was wonderful. We normally have a gazillion people, and this time it was just my immediate family, my siblings, their spouses. Yeah. So it was not my cousins, but it was cousins there from our children, from my siblings and children and the spouses. Mom, and I think one niece had a family come over that their mom had come in from out of town. And so instead of them cooking, because we always have plenty of food. So we had a manageable number this time. Everybody had a place to sit. Nobody was, forced to stand. I felt like we had a really good Thanksgiving. I enjoyed it. So Looking forward to Christmas with the same crowd. You know, sometimes it's nice to see everybody, but it can be a little bit overwhelming with all the people, all the noise. So different babies, and so yeah. But it was good other than that. Brenda Perkins, our cell lady. And Betsy Layton's here. My brother is here. He was at Thanksgiving. Judy Smith is here. Judy, I responded to your email. I give a set of instructions. If you all just send your $5 payment via Cash App, Venmo, or Zelle, I'll automatically add you to the list. There's no need to email me. You know, sometimes I feel like my emails didn't go back out. I sent it to a couple of people. Rhonda as well, I think. So I haven't heard from you guys. So that's the answer. Just follow the instructions. Put your email address in the for section as requested. I got a couple of people that did not do that. And so then it's one of me and a whole lot of y'all. And that's the only reason I'm charging $5 for this Zoom class, because of the inconvenience of how it's scheduled and how people sign up. Because it takes time away from me doing other things. If I was doing a real class, it wouldn't be $5. If I was charging for a class, it wouldn't be $5. Let's just say that. So, hey, Kevin, the quilter. Sheila Willis is here. Francis Jackson. Lana Dean. Ken's World of Crafting. That's Ken. Sharon Lewis. Says her rent is paid, and she's saying happy Saturday to everyone. Janet McCarroll's here. Remo JS is also reminding everybody to hit the thumbs up. So if you haven't hit the thumbs up button already, go do it right now. Go ahead. Show your love and support on Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe. You won't be disappointed. She will not disappoint y'all. T. Roberts is here. Brenda Perkins. Ken says, rent's paid, laughing out loud. Right. Virginia Bragg, welcome to your first chat, live chat. So thank you so much for doing that, for subscribing, because you have to be a subscriber in order to chat with us. So thank you so much for that, and welcome to the chat. And a lot of people already saying, some people saying hi to her already. So thank you all so much. Vicki Bush is here. Melissa LePage. Uh-oh, got a pop-up. Melissa LePage. Sivarita James. Michelle the Quilter. Girl, talking about December's here. I just realized today that we start something tonight, technically, or, you know, tomorrow at 12:01 a.m. Tell me what that is. Francis says, her rent is paid. I'm ready for the Zoom class. I should probably clean up my sewing space before the Zoom class. Don't want y'all to see the mess. Girl, they see this one all the time. I gave up trying, you know. It was like I tried to clean it up so it wouldn't look so bad. Then it's like, I'm one of those people that I do the 15, 20 minutes of activity of sewing, embroidering or whatever. And then if I'm moving it, it takes away from the 10, 15 minutes that I have allocated, because now I got to come back and find everything. So yeah, I'm just leaving my stuff. Sue says she's worried about that too. I'm trying to figure, make yourself a backdrop or something so you just don't see everything. Figure out how to hang something right behind you or something. Figure it out. I'm not worried about it. Apparently, I can't worry about anybody's space but my own, right? Don't worry about that. That's not the important thing. The important thing is we're here sewing, having fun. All right. Thinking of what the tomorrow is. Tomorrow is December 1st. And I'm like, OM to the G. That means we start, the Missouri Star quilt companies countdown to Christmas. And I also am going to be doing that. So I got gift number 1 out already. I haven't been frisking it or anything. So this is bag number 1. I just took it out so I could remember to tell you all. And then in addition to that, remember I had purchased the R-Feels countdown to Christmas, where it's a different type of thread. There's 24 small spools of thread, different types. And I'm not going to open it. After we do the Missouri Star thing, I'll just open the thread of the day as well. This is not anything that's going to be, you don't know what you're getting, but you already know you're going to have 24 spools of thread. You don't know, you know how many of each type you're going to get. Because I think they got 3 or 4 different types of threads. Maybe 3 is in here. And you just don't know what color it is on that particular type of thread. All right, so that's what we're going to do tonight. I just wanted to remind you all of that. That means I need to start group planning some of these, so I'm not trying to create this stuff right before I need to go live. So, yeah. So that way you all have a little waiting room if I plan them early. I don't have it set up yet, but I'll do it after I get off of this live. So that's why this was here. Wanted to show you that. I wanted to also announce that Teaquilts Retreat 2025 now has a wait list. I had 39 people, went from 39 to 41. I was nice and accepted 2 people into the group instead of the 1 person I was looking for. So I may get 1 more person if that person is willing to have a roommate that they don't know. But if not, then we'll have 41. I'm not going more than 42. Anybody else that's wanting to go to retreat, you'll be put on a wait list at this point. So Teaquilts Retreat for June 2025 now has a wait list with 41 people on the agenda. So that's where we are. Let's see. A lot of comments came up. Melinda Montoya's here saying hello. Welcome to the group. Vicky says works in progress. Severita says it's your creative space, so no worries. I don't worry about it. I've learned from when I was at Kevin's house that we had a few comments about something that was in the far back corner, where apparently in order to even see what it was, you had to like have zoomed in or something. So it was kind of weird. So that taught me and Kevin, that taught Kevin and I that people will zoom in on your space. So if you don't want them to see it, don't worry about it. Me, I don't care. I don't care. I'm over it. It is. My space is what it is. And Lana saying she will cover up what you don't want to see. Yeah, if you're really bothered by it, because like I said, this is not going to be pushed public to any platform, Facebook or YouTube. So you don't have to worry about that as much. Only the people in the room will see, which, you know, I know they're still seeing, but that's all who will see. It will not be on a public platform. I just want to make that clear for everybody too. So yeah. Question, please. Did we just hit the link for the Zoom? Will it automatically load? Yes, you will. It was so funny because somebody pressed the link and they told me that they were waiting. And I go, they're going to be in there a long time. That was the same day that I sent it out, like last Monday. Not this Monday that came up, but last week's Monday when I first sent it out. Or Sunday night, shall I say, because I was up working on it Sunday night. And Kevin up here got all these eyes. And then he go. Him and all these emojis. And Severita says, awesome. That's a good size for your retreat. The reason why I was able to do more people at this place was because, and I I guess I could probably get more people in that room, because I remember my quilt guild getting like 32 people in each room, but I have 2 rooms this time. So I'm trying to see how that's going to work out. So as far as like trying to encourage people to visit both rooms as well, because I've never been to a retreat where we've had 2 rooms. I do have another place where we can come when we start doing like demonstrations or presentations. I got a space, and I got to go up there December 8th, 9th, or 10th, something like that. I can't remember what the dates are now. 9th, 10th, or 11th. I think those are the dates. One of those dates, because every time I call, he's out. And then yesterday, I just took the day off. I'm like, I'm off. It's day after Thanksgiving. I'm not doing a thing. So that's what I did. I took off like everybody else that was working. So I'm trying to make sure that I got all of my spaces. That's why I want to talk with them. I want to make sure that everything that I was told was going to happen is going to happen, that I got all the spaces that I require. I want to book everybody's room. Because I don't want no mess when I pay my money, since this facility costs more. And so I want to make sure that when I pay my money, I'm going to get exactly what I want. And then I want to pay that bill off so I don't have to worry about that, because it's got to be paid anyway in advance. And I'm already contractually held accountable to that, where they could sue me for the remaining balance anyway. So I just want to pay it, because if you all have paid, then I can pay. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to get everything paid. And then after that, I guess I'll wait till like January, because my bus company, they're like doing Christmas bookings now for people that are doing Christmas trips and stuff. So I'll wait till January and go in and book our bus trip for January. I think I know where I want to go. I just need to sit down and MapQuest it for how much time it takes to go. And I don't think this is as many miles as we've done in the past, so I'm thinking it should be okay. I just got to contact one shop and ask her a personal favor and see if she'd be willing to do that. So yeah, let's see. What else are we doing? Hi, Leetta Bryan. I can't remember if I said hi to you. I'm doing it now again if I haven't. Guess who? Nancy says your space is your working space. Remo says, I'm like you. It's mine and you didn't pay for it, so bye-byes. That's the polite way. I used to tell you the real truth if it wasn't nice of a delivery. This is Remo. Y'all know she a little bit cray-cray, right? And it's so funny because she talks about her ex-occupation, which I'm not going to say in conjunction with her name right now. And she it's so funny. Oh my goodness. Francis telling Kevin, talking about you were too much, girl. He had them emojis going, didn't he? Minnie Doula's here. Hey Minnie, welcome. Kim R's here. Welcome to Kim. She's in Illinois, not too far from us, so she got the snow that we got today. I opened my door and I closed it. And then when it was time for me to give the kitty a snack, I went out and gave the kitty a snack. And then I went out and fed the kitty. After that, I haven't even been outside. So, yeah. Hi, Terry Hunt. Welcome to the chat. Thank you so much for chatting with us. Carissa Renager's here. And T. Roberts. Tried to purchase African Queen today. Couldn't use coupon and wouldn't go to checkout. It was supposed to go to the end of today. I put down through November 30th, and they asked for it. It just goes through the day. I didn't have to put a time, so it should have worked. So I don't know what that's about. Kevin, I tried to talk Miss T into building a snowman with me. No dice. No. I'm not going outside. I've never minded the snow as far as driving and all, but it's always the other people who are out that shouldn't be out. So I just prefer to stay in. And then Monty Pep is also here. So welcome everybody. So let's make sure I had the Zoom class other than if I've emailed you, is now closed. Might have one more. It looks like we've got 34 people right now. It might be 35. We talked about retreat. If you are attending retreat and haven't received a newsletter that has all of the retreat information in it, you might need to send an email to teaquiltsnews@yahoo.com and say add, so we can add you to the email list before the next one goes out. I'm going to leave all the information in the email about retreat this time. And if you keep missing it, you're going to miss out what you need to do. And then only things you'll be getting in the future will be new things on retreat, I think. Unless you all think I need to put it in there every month. You know, some people can't find a past old email. I've sent it out twice now. This time will be 3 times that the email's going out with the retreat information that's up to date to this point. Let's see. Deborah Holloway came in. Hey, Deborah, welcome. Thank you, Sue. Sue is always sweet. She puts the teaquiltsnews@yahoo.com. That's the email address that sends out all the Teaquilts information. As far as what newsletters, Zoom sign up class, all of that stuff. That's going to be real important because there's going to be more Zoom classes in 2025. So if you are looking for information, it tells you how to sign up when time comes, all of that. So please, if you're wanting to join in any of the sew-alongs, the round robins, which I do need people to re-sign up for the round robins because I don't remember who all signed up. If I can try to tell you. I want to say Vivian, Remo, Sheila, maybe. I can't remember if Sheila was on there. Carla, Shaquita, Kevin, myself, Jason. See, I can't remember everybody. So if you're wanting to do the round robin, I already got my center done. You should have already had your center done. We only postponed it because Kevin's father passed away. And so we're going to start this in January. By January 5th, you need to have this in the mail with documented tracking to say where you sent it. So I need a list of names. Nobody has responded to say that I'm doing the round robin. So I need for you to re-sign up for the round robin, especially if you already have your center done. Send an email to teaquilts@teaquilts.com. Send it to my personal email. You may not hear back from me, but I can read your email. So just say I'm in the round robin, and then I can put your information there. So when I send out the rules about what you can do and can't do, then you know what you can and can't do, right? You don't know because you don't have anything because we had to postpone it. The only thing that you knew was that you could make a center that had to be 20.5 inches or less. It could be square or rectangular, no other shapes, because we don't want to give people challenges of working with a circle or working with a triangle. So it had to be square or rectangular. Sheila says she didn't sign up, so I only got 6. I didn't think Sheila was there. So Deborah says, T, my sister and niece have not been able to get the emails. They have sent an email to teaquiltsnews@yahoo.com, not T-News, and still are not getting the emails. Can you please check to see what the problem is? I would need to know their names, at least their first and last name, to know if they're on the list or not at some point. So I don't know who's tried to get in. If you're not emailing the right email address, it's teaquiltsnews@yahoo.com. And again, just for clarity, Teaquilts does not own that email address. That's why I'm telling you, when it's personal, do not send information to that email. you want to send it to teaquilts@teaquilts.com if it's a personal email. If you're trying to get into the Teaquilts news group, you need to send to teaquiltsnews@yahoo.com and just put in the subject ad, and then in the description or the body of the email, put first and last name. That's all you really need to put if you put ad. Hey, Joe Cormel, welcome. She's listening while working. Okay, let me just write on the back of my Zoom list here. Round robin, folks, so at least it's on a hard piece of paper, because last time I did not do that. I was round robin. Oops, my pen went out. Okay, so I got T, Kevin, and Bonita right now. Okay, for round robin. Thank you, Bonita. Okay, Deborah. Kevin talking about he hungry for some pumpkin pie. I got sweet potato. I haven't even cut it yet. I need to cut that pie. My mom made it. She made one for every house. And then she also, for those that eat egg custards, which I don't. I like scrambled eggs. I can eat boiled eggs. I don't like my eggs any other way other than it can be like a runny egg that's cooked like sunny side up, I guess, when you put it on a hamburger. And then like the Steak and Shake has the cheeseburger royale. I can eat it like that. But other than that, I don't like quiche and I don't like egg custard pie. I don't like the way it bakes up. It's weird. I don't like baked eggs. Texture problems I have. Hey, Teresa Forrester. Welcome to the chat. Carissa, you can join. It's basically where you have, say by the 5th of the month, you have to mail to the next person. So technically you're going to have about 2.5 to 3 weeks to work on somebody's quilt top. You're basically adding a border, and we'll put all of that on there. Yeah, she's got 2 R's. Trying to make sure I spelled her name right. I told y'all I can see up close, and I put these glasses on. They go in between the lines. It gets a little blurry, so I see better with them off when it's up close, especially little text. Talking about Mama Lucy made a pie for Kevin, but Miss T stole it from me. I just bet she did. See, Sheila Willis says, I love egg pie. See, you know, I think egg custard pie is something that's Southern, I think. I hate it. Christina says, I just ate some pumpkin pie. So, yeah. All right. So, I got 4 people so far for the round robin. T, Kevin, Bonita, and Carissa. I'm going to move this out the way. And if you email me, I'll add you to the list later. Put my pen back. It's sitting on top of my board. Uh-oh. I left the paper out. I may have to use my phone. I need to tell you what I'm doing, who is by, not no, because it's so simple. Well, I hope it's simple. We'll see. Okay, I just need to know what it is that I'm doing. All right, so I was looking lazing around, I think it was yesterday, and saw where somebody had a do-it-yourself gift and goodie bag. And it's from Spencer Ogg, O-G-G. And it was a YouTube tutorial. And it's very simple. She was making hers out of faux leather. And I do have some faux leather, but I thought, and you could do it out of cork, so I thought that I would do it out of cork. So I cut the pattern out. It's a free pattern. And I cut it out and I traced those pattern pieces. I had to stick these pieces together to create this. It took 4 shapes in order to make this because, you know, we're printing on a printer, and then I traced them on here and then you can cut them out. So I just traced whatever I could. I just whacked a piece of cork off because I'm going to use cork because, you know, it's sitting in my face and I got a whole roll of it. So may as well use it. And so then I just whack off the one and then go ahead and cut that out on the lines. And then these 2 pieces here are also part of the pattern. So you need 3 pattern pieces. But when you get it, this right here is 4 pieces. So it's going to look like a lot of pieces. And a problem I had was that I just printed straight from my phone. And I noticed that when I went into the printer setup, I didn't have a thing where it elected for me to print to size or scale to page or anything like that. It should be print to size. And when I printed mine was an 1/8 of an inch. My 1-inch square was only 7/8 inch of a square. So that means every outside line, so you've got an outside line over here and an outside line over here, it's going to be 1/8 of an inch shorter, which means I'm cutting 1/4 of an inch shorter. So that's what I ended up doing. I just left it as is. And this is the size medium that I'm going to make. And I don't know what it looks like because I haven't done it. The other thing that I have done off screen, and I don't know if it's going to work or not, is that I have that polyester variegated thread that I showed you all that I had ordered off of Amazon, I think. I have that generic from Bro Thread. I think that's where this come from. I don't have the paperwork here. Let's see. Yeah, it's made in China. Everything's made in China. But I think it's that Bro Thread. And yeah, so that's what I have. And I'm hoping that I can stitch on it. Okay. So the other thing I wanted was to find some glue, because I just basically want to glue these 2 pieces onto here. So I'll glue this on here, and then I'll read a few chats, and then we'll start over. And I'm going to make sure I got glue on the bottom line, but I'm not going to get on the edges, on the tops and the sides, because I don't want to be trying to stitch through that. And I don't stitch through it on the bottom, so I only want to make sure it's close to the edge on the bottom. And I'm going to stick this onto the wrong side. I'll show it to you when I'm done. And I don't want glue on my hands either. Don't want glue where I'm going to stitch. And I don't want glue on my hands. I'm asking for a lot. And I don't want it close to the edges where I'm not going to be sewing. But it can go to the bottom so we can get it down as close as we can. I just squeezed a little glue out of there. All right, and then we got this other piece to go on the bottom here. I say the bottom, it's just, you know, top, bottom, left, right. So this is going down there, so I want glue right here. Oops, I gotta take the top back off. I forgot. I'm too efficient. And then I just put a little bit in the middle. All right, so I'm just putting that in the center. So we'll let this dry. I'll read a few more chats before we start back up. Jason, are you still doing the round robin with us? I'm trying to get an updated list. And welcome to the chat, sir. Woo, woo, woo. Let me go back. I think Christina was the last comment I read. Sue says, I have pie in the fridge. Yep, I put mine in the fridge. I can eat cold sweet potato pie, but I can also like slightly nuke it and then put some hot. It's hot, it's a little warm, and then put some ice cream on it. I like it that way too. And June just loves crusted pie. All right then. Louis Alford's here. Alford's here saying, hi, 10 everyone. I just paid my rent, so thank you for hitting the thumbs up button for me. I appreciate it. Londa Reeza's here. Her rent's paid too. Vicky Barnes is here. Teresa says, I need a cherry cheesecake. We were talking about that. I cannot eat cheesecake. But only 2 left and husband won't bowl. Minnie says, T, and you not go back to the video and get the names? Girl, I can't remember which video I said that in. We were supposed to start this round robin last January. So it's been over a year ago. And it was all set up in December. So I have all of those Missouri Star videos as well. It could have been announced in there. I have no idea. And I don't have the time nor the patience, honey, to go back and look at every video I made last December. Sure don't. Many talking about her vision is so bad, spell check can't keep up. It's all right, girl. We know what you mean. It happens to the best of us. Joyce Jordan, welcome to the live chat. So she's saying hello from Washington, D.C. So thank you so much for popping in the chat. Appreciate that. And T, I like your t-shirt design. Thank you. You know, I've been neglecting. I want to see if I can find a company to print shirts. I've been making these shirts. The problem is it's not going to be glitter. This is glitter HTV. And so I just need to find a company that can make shirts for me or transfers for me, because it takes a lot of time. And I just need to sit down and do that, or have them do like part of my shirt and then I can just add a certain part to it later when it comes back. Something like that. But yeah, I need to do something. It's too much. I got my list of t-shirts I got to make. I was like, ooh, we Lord. The good thing is I do have somebody that does my retreat shirts. The problem is that they will only do one color. So I have to make sure I have a shirt where that color will look good on top of that shirt. So they only do one color ink. And I'm wanting shirts in more than one ink. That's the problem that I'm having. Kevin acting up again. I'm not finna bother with Kevin and Jason because they finna go back and forth, okay? Pamela Abel is here saying hello to everybody. Welcome, welcome. Joyce Sharon says she's also from DC. And Deborah says she loves warm sweet potato pie. Yes, honey. I know they tell. I like it. I like pies and stuff when they first come out the oven, and you have to sit there and let them sit so that when you cut them, the whole thing don't ooze out. But it's like torture. I mean, soon as I can feel like I can get a knife in a warm cake or a pie, I'm getting that joker. Here, it's nothing like pie or cake right out the oven. Okay, let me put Jason down. And then he trying to be funny. It was just last year. You know why we had to wait, sir. Don't you come in here starting trouble. So we got 5 people so far without me checking emails. I did hear my phone ding, but I haven't checked emails. Sharon say, T, there's another tea quilter in Maryland. Really? Carla Ford and Shaquita were signed up for round robin. So I thought I remember that. I'll put question marks since they're not here. Carla Ford. I thought those 2 were. Shaquita. Carissa says, I finished an Afghan that is for Christmas today. So glad it's over with. If it covers 3/4 of my queen bed all around, seemed to take forever. So that's cool. I haven't crocheted in so long. If I did, I'd probably do like a 6 or 7 inch scarf or something to start with. Use some plain thread with some decorative thread and a large hoop and just go for it. That's about all I think I can do right now. Hi, Linda Williams. Welcome, welcome. Hoping all enjoyed your Thanksgiving weekend. I know I did. Teresa made blueberry oatmeal bread at noon. So good, fresh out the... Yes, that's another. I'm a bread lover. I like carbs, basically. And I don't really care about the sweet carbs as much as the bread. Bread's my favorite thing to eat. Okay, any type of bread, just about. I don't like nuts in it because I don't want the bread to be soft and then have the nut. But if it's in there, I will eat it. You know, sometimes I'll kick them out, or raisins. I can eat all that stuff on the side. Just keep my bread plain. I'm like that with oatmeal raisin cookies. I'll eat it, but I prefer not to have it. But if it's in there, I'll go ahead and do it because the oatmeal and the raisins are soft. But when it comes to that nut, it's like I can't do soft and hard. So Kim said, y'all making her hungry. Remo's reminding you all to hit the thumbs up button. So thank you, Remo, for getting us on track, girl. And I think that's it. All right, so what I just did, hopefully everything will stay. And I'm going to trim off this end just a little bit. I see a little bit hanging. All right. So all I did was just glue those 2 little pieces on here because when I find my snaps, these 2 things will have a snap. So basically this little gift bag thing that I saw is so simple. It just folds up. You do the sides. Let's see if I can. We need to sew our pieces down. But I'm just trying to show you how simple this is. Just putting some holding clips so you all can see. I'm not about to sew it yet, but I was trying to hold it up and I couldn't. So then this comes up all the way up to there, and this one all the way up to here, and this will be the size of a little gift box that you can give. See that? Isn't that cute? And all she did was just stitched. Well, we got to stitch these things down that I just glued, so we'll stitch that. And then she stitched up this side, up both sides of these pockets on both sides. And then you put a plastic snap. And that's it. So I thought, hey, I could do that. So that's what we're gonna do. First, we got a top stitch. We don't stitch across the bottom here because it will show on the outside when you get ready to fold. It would be showing right here. So she just stitched along the outer edge. So that's what we're gonna do. Shut up, Jason. Teresa says, that is so cute. Yes, and it's so simple. It's like, you don't even have to, like, if you really didn't want to reinforce, you don't even have to use these pieces. But I decided, okay, we can try this. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stitch this down. And I put, like I said, this is my first time using the thread. And so I'm going to hold my thread tails because I don't want them to, I got long threads because I don't want them to jam underneath the machine. So I'm going to stitch about 1/8 of an inch from the edge, which is going to be on the inside of my foot. Yeah, and then I'm going to do a couple of back stitches. You know, I'm just going to pull it. No, it don't matter because it's going to show something. So I'm going to go ahead and just back stitch. I was going to pull them to the front. You know, pull the stitches after it was done. But the knot's going to show anyway, so you may as well just back stitch on this. This is not rocket science. This is a quick little gift bag. And again, this is medium size. That's about 1/4 inch smaller than it should be. So she gave the pattern for small and medium. So I'm assuming she might be selling a pattern for the large. I don't know. Just guessing. But I thought, hey, you could blow that up any size you want once you get a pattern. Okay, so I'm not going to use my cutter because I got to sew the next seam, and so I need to have it out here. So I'll just take it off. We need these to cut my pieces and trim up anything I need to. But we just want to use our snips to cut it off because we want to make sure we keep those thread tails. So this is the one time you'll see me with long thread tails. Because if you don't, and then hold on to them when you do have them, because if you don't, you will have like that bunched up thread on the back, and that's not a look we're going for. All right, so now we want to stitch around this other part here. Trying to get it on my 1/8 inch seam. This is at an angle. It's a wannabe triangle. One more stitch. All right. And like I said, I didn't put glue. I didn't put glue around the edges that I was going to be stitching on because I didn't want to be worried about whether I could stitch through the glue. I didn't feel like reading the instructions. So I just opted not to do that. You could use fabric fusion. You might can stitch through that. I'm using, this is fabric fusion. You want the other one to, I don't know what it's called. This is fabric fusion. I don't know if you can stitch through it or not. I'll look in a minute. We got to finish one first, right? So we'll finish one and see what we come up with. And I didn't stitch the bottom. You could stitch the bottoms. Like I didn't stitch this part right here. And I didn't stitch this part right here because I didn't want it to show on the outside. Whereas the edges are going to be all having thread because when we sew these, it's going to be on the edge. So I felt like I just didn't want to do stitches on the other one. All right, so let's get ready to sew this other piece. And we're just going to try to match up to the lines we already have on here if we can. And all I'm doing now is just folding wrong sides together because, like I said, there is no lining. You just stitch this down, still with an 1/8 of an inch seam. Uh-oh, did I hold my threads? Nope. They already got caught. We'll see what it looks like. Pray it's not too bad. And then I'm gonna go right back to where I started at the top, and I'm just gonna back stitch a couple of pieces, couple stitches. I'm all worried about my stitching, my threads. And then I just hit the cutter, so I got to pull my thread up again. So it looks fine. I don't have any janky stitches. And then I can just cut there from when I just hit the thread cutter. So real easy. So all I did, this right here is here. I just took this flap up to where I have the bottom of this right there. Matched it up there and then made it fit down here. And then I made sure that those seam lines match back up with the top stitching that I have going on. So this was the easiest bag I ever seen in my whole entire life. It's like, I can do that. Shut up, Kim. I'm talking about she'll probably save the scrap thread. She's so mean. I want to make sure it's right under there. It's a little bit further up than I want. Hold on. Let's take it off. I'm going to redo this. It had got above onto my piece of cork, and I don't want it on top. I want it to go right next to it. Probably only need 2. All right. 1/4 of an inch. I got to pull up my bobbin thread. How am I going to get that? It's so tiny. That's why you don't want to use your cutter. I'm so used to using my cutter when I'm not chain piecing. So you got to remember not to use your automatic thread cutter. All right, so I got both of my tail ends in my hand. And shut up, Jason and Kevin. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right. And when you backstitch, girl, do not cut. All right, lift it up and pull it out. Have to talk to yourself so you don't do the automatic things. That's one of the features on the machine that I have to have, so I'm always using it. So this is the easiest thing I ever seen on the internet to make. Look at that. And then now I just pull up these 2 ends, sew these on the sides, and then we're done. So then I'm going to make sure my ends are matching. So they don't move. The nice thing about cork and leather is that you can squash it down. If you make this with cotton, you could do that. You could line it if you want, interface it or whatever. but you still might have some fraying going on. So I love the fact that you can just use cork or leather, anything that doesn't fray. Trying to get my thread under my foot. This is a polyester thread I'm sewing with, very thin, like embroidery polyester thread. So it's harder to hold on to. Pull it out. Yeah, this was some cheap thread, so I'm not really as worried about the savings on this. My piecing thread, it costs like $30, $40, $50 a spool, depending on what brand you're using. So yeah, we worry about that. Look at that, just cute. She's so pretty. And now we do the other side. Just to put a clip to hold it. And this one. And this time we start at the top. Well, look at God. Well, I was trying to say, look at God. T finished something on a lie. But that would be a lie. Because I don't know where my snaps are. I looked all in this room. So I have a feeling that I took them to like Scrap Club or So Busy, and I packed it up into a bag where I was going to do snaps, and I did not take them out. So I don't know where that is. So yeah, so that's why I don't know where my snaps are. But guess what I did today so that my snaps will show up tomorrow? Is that I went on Amazon and I just ordered me some before I went live. I ordered some new ones. And I'm only missing my plastic snaps because they come in their own little case. And I have my metal snaps, but I don't want to do all of that on there. Yeah, can't find snaps. I think they're about $17. My time is worth more than $17. I spent an hour like looking for them in my house, and I don't know where they are. They could be out in a container in my car or something. A bag in my car, I don't know. They could have fallen out the bag and be under my car seat. I was not going outside today. It snowed. It's like, nope. Not gonna do it. That's too cute. And then I see just a little bit of the back here. So I'm just going to use my scissors and trim both pieces even. You can't mess this up, guys. You cannot mess this up. So just a little sliver right here. I put it on the white so you can see it. And then you can press in for your bottom piece to have a little fold if you want, a little crease, just a little. It's faux leather and cork. It's not going to crease like that, but it'll give it some memory on where you want it to fold, and then it'll sit up a little bit. And her leather one set up by itself. Now I'm using cork, which is a lighter weight. It's cork, but I felt like if they're really gifts, this is also a great one. And then you just fold this down. Now you can say you want it to be right at the fold of where you have this fabric at, or you can leave like a 1/4 of an inch space in between. Leave like 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch. So you leave a little bit more space in here, depending on what you're putting in here. But isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I could put my clips in there and then snap it shut. And she just had one snap in the middle. And if you're going to put a snap on, you find your center. She just eyeballed it because after all, it's just a gift bag. It's nothing to write home about. But if you want to make sure it's really centered, you can just measure and get your center. Put a dot, and then you're just going to pierce through the top layer. But then when you get to the bottom one, you just want to put a scar because you don't want to come out the whole back when you go to put your pierce mark. So yeah, just scratch it a little bit and you'll know where it go. But that is so freaking cute. And like I said, this medium size is 1/4 of an inch smaller than her pattern, but it's not going to matter. And then the pattern pieces have plenty of float space on the paper that you can increase this and make it even bigger for your own large size. So you don't even have to have her pattern to make it bigger. You just use a copy machine and just blow it up because there's plenty of room on the, I think it took 2 sheets of paper for the templates and they had plenty of space left on the paper. So really pretty. So like say if you wanted to do 125% copy, I think you could easily do that and still keep it on an 8.5 by 11 paper by scooching the top part up where she's got all of her writing. Just ignore the writing part, put it on the copy machine and do that. That is the cutest, quickest little project I've ever seen in my whole entire life. So yeah, it is too cute. Let's see what you guys are saying. I'm going to go find the YouTube video and then I'll give you all the link. Let me do that. Search, because it just came out either today or yesterday, because I get my days mixed up because I'm up at 5 o'clock. So I don't know if I saw it last night, today. So let me help you guys. Get you a link for her video. It's a 24-minute video, but hers are so cute. And then you can put handles on them if you want. If you want to make them gift bags, of course, make them in Christmas colors. And then they had like all kinds of little things that you could put covering your snap for decorative items. She didn't do it. She had the person that she buys her supplies from do it because she realized that she didn't have any Christmas stuff. So the girl who sells her fabrics and things made up some really quick so she could put the pictures in her video. So I'll give you a link. Share. Copy link. And I knew you all weren't paying attention before. I'll help you out. Teaquilts Live. That's me. I got to cut my volume down. She's European. I can't remember where she's from. She's not in the States. Sometimes I like watching other countries' videos because they have a different way of going about things that's sometimes easier than what the USA standard is as far as piecing and making things. I'm just sad that I can't find a snap. And I don't know if I have a snap in metal. Let me see. I haven't. This is the snap kit, the pieces. Let's see. I may have to use a metal snap. I try to keep my metal snaps for bags, like, you know, outdoor type bags, tote bags, things like that. But we may have to put, I got multicolor. This is not a snap. This is a, what do you call it? It'll like, instead of sewing the sides, rivets. You could just put rivets, so you could do that too. But I don't want to use my rivets that way. But that's what that is. Let's see if I got any snaps. Those are rivets. Rivets, so those are all rivets in the back. I got a magnetic snap. Magnetic snap rivets. Nope, we don't want to do that. So I don't have any metal like regular snap. I don't have regular metal snaps. They're all magnetic snaps. I don't have the regular. And I ain't trying to do all of that. Ugh. Is that a rivet or a snap? Oh, this is, I don't have both pieces in here though. I think, yeah, I got a black plastic snap set, but missing one of the black ones. So I guess I need to order metal snaps that are not magnetic. See if they have it on this sheet. Magnetic snap rivets. And then they got utility spring snaps. What the heck is a spring snap? Fashion spring snaps. I don't understand. It's just a snap. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I don't have any of that because I don't have it marked off on here. I don't have those parts to make it on here. So that's why I don't have any in metal, because I didn't buy those sets, because I have the plastics somewhere in a bag that's not coming out to play. So I can't finish anything. And I don't think, let me look in here. This is my case I was putting extra pieces in. Just making sure I do have something in here. Hold on. Let's see if they're rivets or if they're snaps. These, let me look at them. I don't want the whole thing to spill, so let me close this first so it don't spill. Ugh. I didn't even think to look in here earlier. I don't know if they're rivets or... These are rivets. Different sizes. Yeah, they're just rivets. So yeah, I could do some decorative rivets on the side. I got a whole case here. But we're not doing that. Just sit it right there. But this is too cute. I just gotta find my snaps, and that is too cute. Wouldn't that be cute? You got like even a little gift card, and then the bag can be reusable as well. A gift card, makeup items, like if you got somebody like 4 or 5 different lipsticks, and those are things that they're in the little boxes, and I think those would fit in here. At least 3 or 4. Again, you can also modify the size really easy by just enlarging your Xerox copy. So I like this. Very pretty. I just wish that I had a snap. And that's why my cardinal one is still sitting up here. It's not done. Because I got a hand sew too. So since I was looking for the snaps after I got off the live with you guys, I had no motivation to hand sew it because I'm like, you don't have any snaps. So I'm just going to put little snaps on the side so it can sit there, be cute. And leather, if you made it out of faux leather, then it would be heavier. So it would really sit up without any weight. I'm trying to see if I could get it to sit by itself at all. It just leans forward, which means the bottom needs to be creased a little bit more. Maybe. And then weight in it will make it probably sit up too. Isn't that cute? So cute. I'll cut another one out. Let's see. I haven't been in the comments. I forgot. Clarissa doesn't have a solid red. I know what you mean. Okay, so I'm gonna just cut the small piece out first just to get it off. So you can make, now this is something that you could start now and have for Christmas. The hardest part is in cutting it out, and I guess you could rotary cut it too. I rotary cut my pattern. I'm just hand cutting it out. And I'll give you one tip thing that I did. I cut this part out because I felt like when I went down the angle, when I went down this angle right here, I felt like this line wasn't straight, and I don't think it's a straight line. So what I did, because I felt like, and it could be because my pattern didn't print at right size, and so I just leave this extra, and then once I cut this out, I lay it on top where I need it to go, line up one side, and then I cut it afterwards because I don't want this to be too short. But you can still, like, even if it's too short, once you stitch it, you can always trim it at the end. That's the beauty of the raw edges on cork and leather, is that, you can't mess it up because you can trim it after you sew it. So I got my Kai scissors cutting through this like butter. But I used a paper rotary cutter to cut my pattern. And I traced out 5 of these. But if you want to make a whole lot of these, just put some freezer paper, iron freezer paper onto the back of your pattern. And then you could make like layers, like 2 or 3 layers, and you can make it like that. Or you can just go ahead and cut it out of some, you can make your own out of, what do you call it? Plexiglass. You can buy it at the hardware store if you want to. So yeah, but you could rotary cut this part out too. And if I was going to rotary cut it, I probably would use my my paper rotary cutter. Because I've never cut, well, I have cut cork with a rotary blade. It did fine. And I saved this corner. Mike can use it somewhere else. I'm going to save this corner too. That's why I got stuff, because I don't know how to throw things away. you know, I could use my die cutter and cut like a flower or something out of it, and then have another piece of faux leather or fabric and cut a center. So you can always use a scrap like that. That's a pretty good size scrap. So that's why I don't throw it away. And, oh, we got to do this. This has not been cut, girl. I was trying to save as much cork as I could when I was tracing, because I wasn't sure how many I could get out of a strip. But I got 5 out of my yardage of cork. I said, I'm at least I'm using something that I bought. I'm using this cork. I can't imagine what the small bag looked like. Like, goodness gracious, you giving them some M&Ms or something? Like, out of the bag. Like, you buy the giant bag and put them in there. So I kind of like that I did the medium size. And like I said, that size is 1/4 inch shorter than what it should be. I was 1/8 of an inch short on my 1-inch box. So yeah. But again, you could rotary cut this. I would when I have the paper, I didn't care if I overcut. But if I was rotary cutting, I would be nervous that I would overcut into the corner. So that's the only reason I hand cut them out. But totally not necessary. Okay, let me go back down to the bottom. Joyce Jordan says she loves it. That is so cute, from June and Deborah. And Lana. And Bonita and Brenda. Hey, Brenda Foley. And Joe Carmel. And Darcy. And Peggy. I'm just not seeing all of these. I put the link down there. If you didn't see it, I'll put it one more time for those that missed it. Hopefully it's still in my paste. There's your link one more time from me. It's now at the bottom for those that missed it. And where was I? I'm trying to make sure. Kim R. and Deborah. Hey, Katie Greenland Quilter. I was in your chat. Girl, I get my days mixed up. Earlier today or the other day, and then it seemed like I was having some problems, and so it kicked me out, and then I got distracted and didn't get back in. But I was in there. So yeah. Okay, first thing we got to do, well, I'm just going to lay this up here right now, and then I'll trim it before I even glue it. So I can get my sides even. And this one just had just a little bit of space, not a whole lot. My other one had more than this. Right, I was trying to respond, and then it was like, I don't know what the heck happened. And I was, I might have been watching on my phone, and then maybe somebody call. I get distracted because I could have got a call, a text, an email, or something, and then forgot. But I got kicked out. It was like every now and then something crazy happens with my devices and stuff. But yeah. I was trying to see what you girls was working on in there. So we want to put glue on the bottom edge where I'm not, well, I wonder if I could stitch on that part. It's like the other stitching. Well, it's underneath. I'm gonna stitch all the way around this time. I'm just gonna put some glue in the middle to hold it. Hi, Claudette Bettis, welcome. I'm just gonna eyeball center to put this down. And then let this dry. Let this glue dry. I just put a link down. I saw a video within the past 24 hours, I think I can say that, about this cute little gift bag. And it's so easy to make. And I don't know where my plastic snaps are. So you put a plastic snap right here, and she made a video for a quick Christmas item to put stuff in. It's big enough. This is size medium. It's big enough for like lipstick, compacts, powder, face powders, all of that. You could, so if you're giving somebody makeup, like tiny bits of makeup, not like a whole lot of makeup. I don't think an eye brush will fit in here because I think it's longer than this. But I thought it was really cute. It's a great little bag that they can reuse for something else. I don't think anything will fall out of it. Even if somebody was going on a trip, you could put your jewelry in here as well. So I think it's really pretty. And it's quick. And Joe Carmel, I saw you and your family making pillowcases. That was too cute. Okay, so she's Katie been sewing, but took today off too. I took the days off. I just been propped up watching television. I took off since Thanksgiving. It was so much going on. Janice Miller says she plans on trying this. Yes, it was so simple and quick. The hardest part, like you're just cutting out the corners, and then everything, you don't have to match up anything like making a lined bag. So make sure you've got some fabric that is uh-oh. Last time I instead of pulling the thread, I must have I got excited and hit that that needle cutter. All right, we're gonna sew this one up, sew the edges. And I'm just using, because I got all this color in my cork, I'm just using some polyester variegated thread. Damali says, these make smart gift bags. You can fill tiny zip bags of loose candy. That's what I was saying. It's like, this is size, don't be, the pattern pieces, this is medium. So I was expecting medium because on her screen, they look way bigger than this on her screen. Let me measure what this is across the center for you guys. Like I said, mine's is 1/4 inch too short, whatever it is, because my box was 1/8 of an inch too short. Down here where I've got my tag thing, it's 4 3/4, so I'm thinking it should be 5 inches across. Yeah, 5 inches, and then you're gonna take 1/8 inch seams, so then that's 1/4 and 1/4, so it'll be 4 1/2 when it's sewed, about. But this is great for the you know, to wrap or have them get lost. And again, you know, these would work for your clips as well too. I have a lot of clips here. I just don't have the snap on it, so I'm trying to put some weight in here now. I had just like 4 clips in there before. So yeah, and then it snaps closed, which I was using my clips to hold it in place because I'm on the struggle bus. All right. See? Pretty. And then yeah, so they stay in there. Right there. All right. Don't cut this thread. Thank you. We'll be sending some pillowcases to you. That's sweet. Thank you. Guess what I just did? I thought I was holding both threads at the beginning. I was only holding one. So let me show you why you hold your threads for people that don't understand. Because when we're normally quilting, it gets covered up. But can you see that red up here at the top right here? Right there. That's the other part of the thread that I didn't hold. I held it on the front, and so it's perfect right there. Yeah. So now I got to work it out because I can't have it like that. I'm gonna have to pull up a little bit, cut it. Ooh, Lord, I'm scared. I'm scared I'm going to cut the thread. The stitching thread. But it's good to take care of it now, because when I stitch over it, I can go back over this spot if I need to. And technically, you could wait and do this stitching after the fact. I'll be so scared my piece is going to come off. Like, instead of top stitching now, you could do it once you're putting your sides on. You could stitch and just go all the way around once you put the second side on. So you could do it that way too. Trying to get it out of here. It's easy to mess something up. Takes a little effort to clean it up. I got all these thread tails hanging out. Okay. That's cute. All right, on this one, this time, I think we're gonna stitch all the way around and see. This is the, I think before I had those, I'm so left-handed. I want my thread tails to the left, but you can't do that. That's probably why I missed it before. All right, here we go. I'm not even gonna back stitch on this because this one I'm gonna stitch all the way around. These are in the way. And all right, pull my thread tails out because I'm going to be stitching right up to them and then backing up to lock it. All right. Now I got all these little threads sticking to the material on the cork on the inside. All right, let's see what's in the chat here. Miss T, you making that to put thousands of dollars in for my Christmas? Yep. Sure am, Kevin. I don't even know how you guessed that. I sure am. Just for you. All right. Did I? I did that again. It's like I look down there and don't have a tail down there. No thread tail. It's like, did I do it again? All right, here we go. Okay, needle up, foot up. All right. These things literally, I mean, you can do this in 5 minutes. You get assembly line going where you do all of your marking, like know how many you need to make. Get your marking stuff together. This will go fast. It took me longer to tape the pattern together because I couldn't watch television. The rest of it I traced around as I was watching television. Yeah. This is a low maintenance job. Low maintenance gift. It's like you get a bag and you get a bag. And you could put your little, I cut the thread again. You can put your business labels on here if you want. to let people know who you are. All right, I cut it right here. That's when I cut it. I'm like looking for the thread tails of when I cut it, because then it's leaving those little short threads I don't want either. All right. Guess what we got to do? Pull up the bobbin thread again. This is not in my vocabulary to to not cut, to cut my threads any other way. I use my automatic features all the time. I love them. Steve Urkel, did I do that? There is no one else here. Okay, Tinanyi. Okay, I'm just putting a star by these. No, I didn't see those, Deborah, but I will. I don't know if they're in there or not. I'm just saying right now, I don't see it. I don't know, but I got you marked with an, I highlighted. Thank you, Sheila. I got your payment today. That's Sheila Willis. I forgot. And Lana, I see you too. Saying ask me questions over here. How many groups will you have with the round robin? Ask me questions over here, because I'm only going to be sending round robin information to people that are signed up for round robin. The round robin's going to be your center, and then I think it said we were doing 4 or 5 borders. I can't remember. So it'll be either 4 or 5 borders get put on the quilts. I can't remember now. I think I might end up doing the 5, and then anybody coming to retreat can bring it to retreat. That'll save you some money for mailing. Would that work? Because if you do your center January, that means we're doing border 1 in February, border 2 in March, border 3 in April, border 4 in May, and then 5. So should I do 4 or 5 to get it where you could bring it to retreat? Because it should be technically mailed June 5th if we only do 4. So do y'all want to do 4 or 5? And then he's still in here clowning. Thank you, Miss T. Miss T is my friend. I can't wait for you to open up all that Monopoly money I'm about to give you. Don't you just hate that bird's nest? Please don't wait if you can. It makes less work. Right. Good night, Sue. We got 9:40. I thought it was time to get off of here. Good night, Sue. Oh my goodness, he just burned his finger on the iron? I thought that thing was, I don't know. I thought he wasn't supposed to put heat out that was hot. Yeah, 5. Bonita says 4. Jason says 5. Vivian says 5. Okay. So 5 for those that are coming to retreat, and then the other people, you need to have it. If you're not coming to retreat or you're going to mail it later, then you've got till July 5th to mail back. So everybody by mid-July should have their round robin back, no matter which way it was mailed. Everything should be mailed priority, so you should be getting it 2 to 3 days after it's mailed. So yeah. All right, let's finish our little munchkin here. Put a clip right here. And we're going to start at the top right there. I like how this cork just smashes down and then it come on back up. But it's stiff, but not too stiff. Like I said, if this was a leather bag, which I guess I should make one so I can see the difference. I did not backstitch. I'm gonna have to tie a knot. Or just go back and stitch over it right here. Just a little bit, it'll be all right. It's just a bag. Oops. Okay, it was on the end, so that was okay because I got my thread all tangled up around my foot now when I turned it around. All right, so that's pretty cool. And I got lots of threads up here now because I turned it around and went back. Oh my goodness. All right. Just got to pull the thread back up. It's so automatic to just hit the door and cut button. Now, if I had all of these cut and was sewing assembly line style, maybe it would be a little better. And matter of fact, probably wouldn't even have to worry about cutting because you can just run them through, like backstitch and then just keep sewing. You don't have to leave a little connecting thread and you don't have to break it. That'll save some thread too, Kim. So I'll cut my other 3 out all at the same time. And I might cut one out of leather, faux leather, or vinyl. I think vinyl would work. Not clear vinyl, you know what I'm talking about, like marine vinyl, that type of vinyl. Although clear vinyl might work too. All right. Needle up, press a foot up. See, I got my machine set for quilting, you know. Needle down, press a foot down. It does a little hoover. But yeah. And then, if you need to do any trimming, I see a little bit of my inside cork, so I'm just going to trim everything. I love this. You cannot mess this up. I mean, since I can make everything perfect, I will. I just see a little bit of my ink pen here on the edge of one side. Yeah, just slivers. Just slivers, little bitties. So, yeah, you can't mess this up. Kim telling Jason his Laura Star burnt him. She telling him for the price, it should have a healing mode. That is funny. I'm going to use like my envelope presser. It's called the bone folder, to see if I can press these down a little bit. All right. I guess I could do the sides too. Yeah, this bone creaser, if you have one, that works a whole lot better. It's not gonna work because I got the flaps standing right up, but that looks a lot better on the bottom. And I will just put a clip on the side so I can see it. Clip on the side. And if you got any threads, you can also use a little My clips are like, girl. Yeah, but this one I pressed with the bone and it gave it a little bit more definition. Okay, now I want my snaps, okay? I want my snaps. Shoot. Hi, Mary F. Welcome to the chat. Oh my goodness, he has a blister. Put some ice on it. Put some ice on that. So yeah, so that's what we worked on today. So we got 2 bags almost done. This one that has the clips in it really does, when you put the weight in it, something that's weighty, it really does stand up. This one's just a light box. And I have a feeling that if you make it in the leather like she did, faux leather or vinyl, then it'll work too. Do I have a needle here? That's kind of scary because I was sitting here sewing and now where I put my needle, it's not here. So where in the world is that needle? That's scary. We never even sewed the outside of this when I flipped it by hand. So let's do that. If I can find some red thread and a needle. I still got 3 more of those to cut out. I'm not doing that today though. I want to trace one on a different material now. I want to double this thread. It's got all these layers it's going through, trying to see where the notch is. Okay, this is sewing machine needles. That's not what I'm looking for. Well, why do I have some hand stuff in here? That's weird. Like, how did that happen? Got hand needles in here. These are supposed to be Singer needles, but I got some embroidery needles, hand needles in here. I'm just trying to make sure now that I get the rest out. I got some thread magic, which is to make it so that you can wax your thread. That's in here, shouldn't be in here. Chenille needles. I was looking for needles when I went to Hawaii. They in the wrong space. This is a twin needle for sewing machine. This is a basting needle. When I used to baste quilts with thread. Won't do that again. May as well clean this thing up while I'm in here. And that also means that this shouldn't be in there. Okay. I probably just opened up a drawer at some point and just tossed stuff in there. Well, this one's full too, look. Take this thread out. And this. Look like I got thread in here. Now you're... I'm not going to say that because I got Kevin and Jason here. And they always take stuff out of context, so just forget it. All right. So those are needles. Let's see. wondering if any of these needles will work. This is a sharp. Yeah, that'll work. Should work. I look up, I won't have to hand sew because it'll be time for me to go. Hi, Rhonda. Nope. Talking about, what was that, Miss T? Go on and say it. No, sirree. Not with you and Jason in the chat. Y'all don't know how to behave. And I have a feeling Kim will be right behind you, so she don't know how to behave either. Gotta thread the needle without the glasses. All right. We gotta get the two ends together. Now, normally I would lick my finger, but since I'm live, I won't do it. See if I can tie these threads. They sticking to my hand too, boy. That's twice I haven't gotten it done yet. That's why you lick your finger. Okay, I'm done being polite. It rolled right off my finger, okay? It works. I'm sorry. My needle is threaded. I leave clips on my things that I'm going to hand sew, and for some reason it keeps the memory. And yeah, now that I'm looking at this, I should have just used regular white thread because that's what I used to to sew this with, was white thread. But that's okay. We got it in here now. Oh, I need a thimble. I don't think I have that in here. Somebody just gave me a thimble and I laid it down somewhere like, oh, okay, that's cool. It's the kind I use. And now I wish I had it. Do I have any in here? I must have them all in sewing kits. I don't see any thimbles. I see these kind that I don't use. Metal ones, that come free in other stuff. I don't use that. I don't think I had one in here, but I'll double check. Nope, just some sharp needles. Okay. Good night, Lana. Kevin gonna talk about Kim. You're in good company. Let me go get a thimble because I don't want to punch a hole in my hand. I know I saw one laying around. See if I can find it. This is why I wear a mic, so you can come with me. Even though I can't move the camera. I saw a thimble somewhere. But I've been everywhere. So I don't know where that somewhere is. Who gave me a thimble? That's the question. I was surprised. I was like, I actually use that. As soon as I get off the live, I'll find it. Because I don't want it then. And it was funny because I saw it right before I went to the live. Was it in the bag I had at Scrap Quilting Club? But who would give me a thimble at Scrap Quilting Club? This is the bag. That's not it. I saw the thimble laying out though. It was just like laying on top of something, just laying out. And I was like, oh, a thimble, you know, blah, blah, blah. Oh my goodness. This is so crazy. Well, I have 2 bags from 2 different separate outings, and I don't see it. I don't see a hand sewing kit, nor do I see a thimble. Here's a hand sewing kit. Spoke too soon. Should be a thimble in here. Oh, and then as I'm coming back, I see the thimble. I had taken out some okay, I don't even know how this thing works. Like, what is this, a thumb thimble? No. It's like it goes on your finger, but it ain't gonna... Why is the bottom open? I don't know what this is. I gotta research that. That's what I found. That's not gonna work. This one is the same. This is what I thought it was. This. But when I put my finger in here, it has an end. So I don't know what that is. Yes, it was the thimble from the quilt show. Thank you, Jason. Because I'm trying to figure out why did I get, but this ain't no thimble. I don't know what you putting this on for. Like it goes on the whole finger, see? I've never used one of those. I don't know what that's about. Don't have a clue. Okay, we're just gonna close this up. And I got 2 minutes. That's all the sewing I'm doing. I hate hand sewing. As you already know, I don't even like hand sewing the binding, but I do it. It's not my least favorite part of quilt making is hand sewing the binding. Okay. Let me pull this other thread. Good night, Judy. Also, Judy and Rhonda, if you all are trying to get into the Zoom, this is your last opportunity. You need to send $5 via Cash App or Venmo so I can add you. Send you the supply list. I'm just trying to make sure nothing has come in since I've been on here. Okay, I need to go to me and then transactions. Okay, that's done. And then just check my email real quick. That's in the Teaquilts group. I want to go to my personal email. Okay, so it looks like I've checked everything on mail, and I got red notes by the things I need to respond to. I mean a star, not red notes, a star. So basically I've marked your message so I can remember to look at it when I go back in my email system. It's so cute. Trying to make sure everybody else is here. Good night, June. Jason says he hates any part of the binding. Didn't you hang a quilt in a quilt shop without binding on it? You was like, I'm done for right now. So I'm just trying to get a little stitch or two to, I don't know. It's so many layers on here. I started with the thickest parts. So I could, well, no I didn't, because the zipper part is the thickest part. I thought I started with the thickest part, so it gets even thicker. I just go right through the zipper. I put one on each side of it and keep right on going. Because I don't have time to play with that. Katie says she loves doing binding. Not my favorite. My favorite is piecing. I like to piece. Kim said that new raw edge style. I don't like that. I don't want my stuff to fray. I don't even like raw edge applique anymore, because I've done it long enough, and if it's the kind that you sew through, it doesn't keep your fabric from fraying as it's washed. I will use the kind that you don't wash, the heavy fusible, but I don't even like regular fusible applique anymore. I want my stuff needle turn now. Takes a long time. And then I don't know why I got up, put clothes on, didn't even step out the house. I may put these clothes back on tomorrow. I took, what was it, like 5 to 6 or something I took. I was just in the tub. So I've had them on for about 4 hours. I think these might get worn tomorrow. I didn't even step outside. I didn't even step outside to feed the cat. I took when I gave him a snack, I just put it right under the door. I opened the doors and just put his food right there at the door for a snack. And then when it was time for him to have dinner, I went and got him a paper plate. I said, I am not going to your food dish. I gave him a paper plate. And he pushed it back over to where his food dish is. And so it's still out there because I didn't go get it. I wasn't getting wet today from the snow. I wasn't going in the snow. Yeah, so this right here will almost be finished. I just need that snap to finish this. So this was the wallet I did on Wednesday. I think I should have done this project on Wednesday and this project today, but hey. So yeah, cool. I think the only thing, I think you need a piece of fabric about, I'm going to guess and say 11 by 12. And I don't know if a regular sheet of like faux vinyl or leather, you'll have to get it on a big piece. You can't get those like 9 by 12s. I don't think it'll be big enough unless you're going to stitch it together. Now that I think about it. But I know I got some vinyl probably in my garage somewhere, but that would mean I would have to put shoes on and go outside, so that's not going to happen. Maybe I can find a big piece of vinyl in the house. Marine vinyl type. Yeah. I'm at this crazy zipper now. Well, let's just it's stuck right there. I just take 2 little stitches right here and I'm done. Because I already did one. I'm going to put a knot right here in this one. And then go back through the other side. Weave it through. Well, I need another knot. Because my knot moved. I'm going to put a knot in here. And then weave it through the fabric right up under the zipper. That's not going to move. And pull the knot through and cut. And we're going to leave the thread on here. Pardon me again. We already know it works, right? Everybody in here knows that works. Don't be grossed out. All right, so that I don't lose that needle, I put a double knot in it because I don't know what happened to the other one. And I don't think I do have another one in there. So I'm going to leave this one in here that I have 2 thimbles in here. I don't know what this is. We never figured this one out yet. It's like, it's for when you're pressing, Jason, and you don't burn your knuckles. I don't know what this thing is for, but it sure fits the whole hand. And I don't think it goes this way because it would be inside your hand. So it's got to go on here like that. But I've never had this. Let's see. I'm laughing at Kim, who says she just took the first pass of quilting. This is ridiculous. Of this ridiculous full-size quilt. What was I thinking? This is gonna take forever. Yep, it takes some time. Watch television. That's all I can say. Oh, so she loves doing binding but hate doing borders. Okay. The Molly says, I do lap quilts because piecing and birthing eliminates the binding. So that's cool. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Every once in a while it doesn't lay as flat when I go to quilt it after it's been birthed, unless you're tying it or something like that. Kim says, I'm about to cut this quilt in half and make 2 throws instead. For real. You can. There is such a thing as having your backing in front and then cutting the batting out of the middle and then just quilting half the quilt and then come back and add the batting back in by hand because you're going to quilt over it anyway. And then doing that, I've done that before in the past when I've done queen size quilts, so I wasn't dealing with the batting weight the whole time. Okay, Yolanda. Jacqueline saying, when is Zoom class? It's going to be December 8th and then probably 2 weeks after that, or 3 weeks. I can't remember. 2 or 3 weeks after that. We'll decide the second date in the Zoom class, see who's available. The one thing that I can do is I can record the Zoom and then leave it up for, like, say 10 days. Because it'll have to be gone before I do the next one. Because I don't buy cloud space. I don't buy arbitrary storage space. So, yeah. Did we get snow accumulation? They forecast 1 to 3 inches. I know my bushes I have very mature bushes and they are struggling. So the snow was heavy. So we got quite a bit. I would say probably at least 2 inches to 3 inches, somewhere around there. I did not go out there though. And it's December 8th, 3 to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So Chicago time, 3 to 5 p.m. I'll be in there like 5 minutes before 3 to let people in. Kim, are you cutting the quilt or are you going to cut just the batting, girl? You can't cut the quilt. You'll have to unpick. You'd have to rip. Melissa says, I think everyone licks their thread sometimes. Right. I'll get some comment about, ooh, she's licking the thread. You got to do what you got to do sometimes. Need some moisture, and that's where it's at. This is going to be really cute. That's the zipper part. This is the wallet. So this is the top part. Isn't that just cute? Little wallet. St. Louis Cardinals. This is the back. And this is what I sold on Wednesday. And then it's got two little pockets here. And then a zip pocket over here to hold your coins, or I use it to put like my bigger bills, and then I put like behind I have my credit cards or cards, my ID, stuff that I use frequently in the front pocket, and then I have like all the medical insurance and all of that stuff in the back, but then behind that I'll stick a few bills. So say if I go somewhere and have to pull out some money, or if I'm going to give somebody some money, they don't see all of my money, because I'll go ahead and put my other bills in here with the coins. So it's big enough for you to fold your money in half and put it in this pocket as well. Oops, I'm up here looking at the inside of it and see the tearaway stabilizer. Let's get that out. One more thing out of here. Make it not as thick. I sometimes mean to pull this stuff out before I turn, and I forget to take it out. So then I have to do it after the fact. But every piece of fabric, well, one fabric is baseball fabric, and then all the other fabrics are the different St. Louis Cardinal fabrics. So it's got about 1, 2, 3, 4 different Cardinal fabrics. Although I did have some other ones, but they were too small. I would have had to piece them, and I was just trying to not do that. So, but I have more, but I got 4 of them on here. 3 of them on here. 4, because one's inside, and then a baseball. So it's got 5 different prints. The baseballs had to make it in there, but that is too cute. Yeah, I need snaps. I'm being backlogged by need of snaps. Now I'm putting clips on it. It can hold its memory, so that it'll hold its memory where I want it to fold. That's why I like the clips. So yay, all done. It's 10:14. How come y'all didn't tell me? I'm just up here talking. We got to put this stuff up. Otherwise, I come back in here and walk back out. I got to put it up. I got that yellow container, don't want to go into the drawer. Got to push it down. All right. We will work with this later. This goes in there. This thread goes over here. I'll put it in its containers. It'll be with the black and white and beige. And then when I go in there, I'll straighten that up. All right. Let's see. Read these last comments and then we're out. Oh, I got to come back at 12:01 a.m. Don't forget, I got to do Missouri Star Quilt Company Stash or Pass. Got my gift already up here. We're going to open up, see what color and type of Orfield thread we have in the Orfield Threads Advent Calendar. So we'll be back. I'll go make another live for that. And I'm only going to be on here like 5 minutes when I do the stash or pass type things. Okay. So I will see you all on Wednesday for regular chat. I'm going to be on here every night at 12:01 a.m. 12 o'clock and 1 second a.m. Not 12:01, not a minute, but like a second after midnight. I will be on every night through the 25th, doing Stash or Pass with Missouri Stars Quilt Company's Countdown to Christmas box and Orfield's Thread Advent box. Okay, I'll see you all then. Bye. And did I say Wednesday 7 p.m. Central Standard Time? I can't remember. Oh my God. Bye, y'all.